Gaming Masterpieces presents Skies of Arcadia. Something I've noticed about great games. Every single one I've played, without exception, has featured a standout soundtrack. Now, I have experienced the reverse. I've played many games that were not great by any means, but did have fantastic music, for whatever reason. But the best, from Daytona USA, Super Mario World, and Super Metroid, to Shenmue 2 and Symphony of the Night, without fail, all feature some wonderfully memorable tunes. Which brings us to the focus of this retrospective, Skies of Arcadia, aka Eternal Arcadia, an original turn-based RPG for the SEGA Dreamcast. It was published by SEGA and I believe produced by Reiko Kodama, one of the main brains behind the original Phantasy Star series, and its greatest strengths lie in what we the players see and hear. Arcadia is proof positive that style goes a long way in making a strong and immediate impression. Even when it was first released, it was arguably not the prettiest game of its kind around. In fact, many felt that Grandia 2, also for Dreamcast, packed more visual punch. But with the passing of time, I think the former has proven itself to be the more definitive experience. And that's not to take anything away from Grandia 2, a terrific title in its own right surely, but beyond its flawless battle system, doesn't offer much that is innovative or memorable to the genre. Arcadia, in comparison, sports a cast and setting that are equally unforgettable. Sailing across the endless virgin skies with songs like this one accompanying your crew really captures a sense of wonder and adventure that is rarely conveyed so convincingly. When it comes to scope, nothing beats a great RPG on its A-game, and this is what escalates Arcadia into masterpiece status. Each locale is distinct, the music always matches the moment, every character is likable, most are lovable or despicable, and you may find yourself quickly caring about them and their circumstances. Also, the colors, Duke, the colors! The amazing thing about video games, from a developer's viewpoint, and hopefully I won't be out of line for speaking for them since I am not one, is the opportunity they afford to create a world from nothing, and most of all, sharing that world or vision for others to experience. I can only imagine how satisfying it must be to have characters and environments that were once a part of your imagination become very pleasant parts of other people's memories. But back to Arcadia. Many have complained about the frequency of the random battles, especially in the Dreamcast version, and yes, it can get a bit irritating at times, but that's the only bad rub that comes to mind. Besides, something doesn't have to be perfect in order to be considered a masterpiece, in the same way that a person can be considered an expert on a subject without knowing absolutely every single thing pertaining to it, because it's kind of asking a lot, isn't it? The game's fun without being too silly. It's serious without taking itself too seriously. It has well-balanced progression in regards to both plot and character development. In terms of gameplay, areas are generally fun to explore, and in terms of combat, nothing too offensive, and I found the ship battles particularly well done. And I'm willing to wager anyone who makes it to the final credit sequence will be sad to see it all end. Everything was set up almost perfectly for a sequel, and it's a shame one never surfaced, so we could revisit this world and its delightful characters once again. But, as Vice said, if you lose sight of one dream, replace it with another. And that's it for this edition of Gaming Masterpieces. Thanks for watching, take care, keep dreaming, and hopefully, see you soon.